What's up guys, hope you guys have all been well and staying safe. Welcome back to another video. First of all, I do realize that I am red and burnt to a crisp. It hurts to sit here, but I'm gonna pull through with a video just for you guys. So if you've heard of these men's lifestyle channels like Alpha M, Real Men, Real Style, all these channels that kind of give men fashion, menswear, whatever, these kind of tips, you'll have noticed that watches eventually come up in some of their videos. And you'll notice that the same Vincero Watches has been tossed around in a couple of these channels' videos. Most of the time they're gonna toss in a discount or whatever because they are sponsored by this company to make the video. So what is Vincero Watches? Just to put it short, I think it's just another fashion brand claiming to give you the absolute best watch in the world when in reality the watch inside is garbage, very much like the previous video. Hence why I decided to make this episode 2 of Worst of the Watch Industry about Vincero Watches.
So sue me. No, don't sue me. That's the opposite of the point that I am trying to make.
So just real quick, let's hear what these YouTubers who are sponsored by them to make videos have to say about brands like these.
I want to let you know, all these watches you're seeing are brought to you by Vincero. They're the paid sponsor of today's video. And guys, for over 2 years, I've been talking about this company. Guys, these watches are great looking timepieces. When you wear them, you're going to get compliments. And that's what the guys at Vincero set out to do. They wanted to create an affordable watch
like this Vincero that's all blacked out that I absolutely think is dynamite. It automatically sets him apart from everybody else. Vincero is absolutely killing the watch game. Like, check this one out. The gold, black face, mesh strap. I love it. This matte black mesh strap.
So that was that. So let's take a look at the general history of Vincero from their website. Then we'll take a look at a couple of their watches and I'll give you my opinions on the brand itself. In late 2010, my best friend Sean, Aaron, and I decided to move to China to start designing and manufacturing our own products, blah, 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 blah. There were more than enough watches being mass produced. Far too many of them were made with a focus on cutting corners and keeping costs as low as possible. What we envisioned was a vertical supply chain that could deliver unrivaled value and a small batch manufacturing process that could ensure quality. Over the next 4 years, we cut our teeth learning to source our own raw materials, hire in-house quality control teams, design products we could produce efficiently. In 2014, we started Vincero with a very simple mission: to make products without taking shortcuts for the people who refuse to take them. We don't outsource our products or use agencies. From design to delivery, we are there every step of the way. Well, that's nice, Vincero. So one thing I'm gonna say off the bat, a company that sells you watches, sunglasses, travel cases, all these kind of like fashion accessories, a lot of the time in my experience, they don't actually make good watches at all. It's a telltale sign that they are not a watch company, but more of a fashion company, which obviously Vincero is. So it just gives you kind of an indication that they're not all about putting all their effort and resources into making the absolute best watch for you, but they're more focused on just selling you all these random products to go with the watches as well. Their flagship model is the Chrono S, so we'll take a look at that and dive into some specs. First impression for me is it definitely looks like a watch that I'd be able to buy at a shopping mall. Very bland, very basic. Case diameter 43 millimeters. That is huge. Case thickness 11 millimeters. That's pretty thin actually. Strap width 22 millimeters. Movement Citizen Miyota quartz. I thought they said they didn't outsource. I also find it very misleading to say Citizen Miyota, which sure, Miyota is like a subdivision of Citizen, but you can tell why they put the Citizen part in, right? Just for the kind of the brand name associated and the quality associated with Citizen, let's say. So instead of just putting Miyota, which most people have likely not heard about, they put Citizen Miyota because you likely know Citizen, so you'll associate Citizen. Oh, that's a watch brand I know. They must make decent watches. Oh, Citizen Miyota. Oh yeah, that, and then you know what I mean? That's how they kind of trick you into thinking that this movement is higher quality than it is. It's a quartz crap movement. Like they're really not special. Again, very cheap, nothing special. You're definitely not gonna buy this watch for the craftsmanship inside because there is no craftsmanship inside. Water resistance 5 ATM. That is literally as low as they go. Not very good. Glass. Sapphire coated crystal, scratch resistant. It's not actually a sapphire crystal. They say sapphire coated crystal. There's a good chance if you know even a small bit about watches, you know sapphire is a very hard material. They use it in watches all the time. Other brands, I mean. It offers amazing scratch resistance. It offers good durability, yada, yada, yada. They'll sell you a crystal that's not actually sapphire, but they'll coat it with sapphire. So there's a high chance, I think, that the crystal itself is some crap mineral glass that they coat with sapphire just to add a little bit of scratch resistance on the very edge of the crystal itself. And then they can sell you a product that says sapphire coated crystal. So now in your mind, oh, it's sapphire, it must be scratch resistant. But I highly, highly, highly doubt you're getting anywhere near the level of durability that a sapphire crystal would give you. I just find it ironic because they talk about how they don't cut corners, but yet this is a corner cut. You're doing exactly what you said you wouldn't do and what you accused other watch brands of doing. You took a lower quality glass, you coated it with sapphire instead of offering me the entire sapphire crystal itself, and then you sold it to me and told me it was sapphire coated, scratch resistant, as if I'm supposed to believe that it's the same thing as a complete sapphire crystal. Like stainless steel, 316L, surgical. Why I mention surgical? Am I supposed to believe that now because it's surgical steel that like it comes from the same metal that surgeons use? Like, is that supposed to like wow me? Case back, Italian marble showcase, whatever the hell that means. Strap material, top grade Italian leather, whatever the hell that means. Okay, so poor water resistance, cheap material, bland design for like 250 bucks. Not really worth it to me. Guys, you have to understand that these big YouTubers are being paid or are sponsored to make videos talking about brands like these, right? Alpha M literally made a video talking about how Movement, the fashion watch brand that sells like $200 crap watches, is better than Rolex. And just look at the comments. His comment section was flooded with negative responses. So let's just look at some of these comments. People catch on, man. They pay me, they pay me, they pay me, they pay me, they pay me. How to completely destroy your credibility in a single video. Can you please make the next video? 5 ways bananas are better than Ferraris. 5 reasons a dead rat on the subway is better than Kobe beef. Oh my god, YouTube comments are savage. Okay, so you see, I'm not the only one, guys. This opinion that I have of brands like these is very common, and people do see through the masquerade. People see through the fakeness that a lot of these YouTubers bring forth with how they're sponsored by these companies. We know, guys, like we know what you're selling is not a very good product. People just buy it because your channel has 5 million subscribers or whatever. There you go, guys. I think Vincero, again, in my opinion, they're just another fashion watch brand. Very low quality watches for what you get. It's just paying too much for me. Stick to the tried and tested, the Orients, the Seikos, the Timexes, the Casios, the Citizens, all these companies that do make cheap watches that will offer you much better value for money than companies like Vincero. So if you guys agree or disagree, please leave me a comment. Let me know why you think I'm either right or wrong. Please leave me a like and a subscribe. It helps me out a ton, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Until then, stay safe.